Good evening everyone, my name is Kieran Swale and I'm the I3 Research Lecturer in Tourism with Southern Regional College, and we're here tonight in Navan Fort. I'm delighted to say with me tonight is Melita Williams, and Melita is going to share her story with the audience.
Setting up your own business and you're fronting your own business, people seem to sometimes think that it's all easy and you're confident and everything's running perfectly. But a lot of my talk tonight is going to show you what not to do, because I do believe in really learning from your mistakes. My background is 25 years in education, so I'm a big believer in generic skills, and I've spent a lot of time sort of analysing really how I've gone from teaching into tourism and hospitality. And I think there's a real case there for teaching being a very good background for lots of other skills. I spent a lot of time, I was living in Belfast city centre, and I would walk the streets with my handbook and find out all these different things that all my new friends over in Belfast didn't have a clue about. And I found it fascinating learning about the Albert clock and how many degrees it was leaning across to whatever side, and looking up at Cave Hill, and Cave Hill being the inspiration for Gulliver's Travels and all these different things. So I became a real geek on learning about the new country and city that I'd sort of chosen to move to. And I could not believe that you've got this cosmopolitan, buzzing city right in the middle of the Mawns. You've got I really like surfing as well, so you've got all the surf there up on the north coast. You've got such fantastic wide range of countryside, and then yet 45 minutes, maybe an hour, bit more, you're back into a capital city with everything going on with the arts and the culture. So I think it's an absolutely perfect place to live, and I'm very obviously passionate about it. And again, another thing that's been great about Bespoke Belfast is I've grown at the right level, at the right speed. If I had got a piece of work that was, 250 large conference maybe 2 years ago, I wouldn't have been ready for it. And I've really learnt, I've grown at the right time. And local businesses, they have their conferences, they have their meetings, they have their events, they have their inward investors coming in. And that's something I've been talking to Invest and I about, using a company like myself to help sell Northern Ireland to inward investors with a nice airport pickup and the booking in the restaurant made, and somebody, for example, like myself, to take them from A to B, to take them to the office of the person that maybe they're hopefully going to do work for. So what's worked for me? Big believer in transference of skills, and I do think I really believe I moved into Belfast and Northern Ireland at the right time. The Titanic was being talked about, now it's built. The new Giant's Causeway Visitor Centre is up and running. There's definitely, from what I can pick up from the past, there's a new found confidence in tourism and hospitality. So what has worked for me was, one of the reasons why I'm here is I was offered some free mentoring with business in the community, and they gave me some marketing assistance, and I met Kieran, so thank you to Kieran for some marketing help there. I'm nice and busy, things are building really well, and as Barbara got it right, 27 million they think are going to come into the NI economy with meetings, incentives, conferencing and events over the next few years. They've secured some large conferences. Fingers crossed they will stay. The whole thing is getting them to not just fly in for the event and go. It's come before, bring your family, stay after, travel around the whole of Northern Ireland, because the business tourism visitor spends 2/3 more than your normal leisure visitor. So for leisure, really excited about the Giro d'Italia. That could be, fingers crossed, that will be great. We've got tall ships coming again in 2015, and then we've obviously had the World Police and Fire Games.
Thank you very much, Melita. Absolutely fascinating. A fascinating talk tonight. It really is. Thoroughly enjoyed. A real journey, obviously, a real personal journey, and I took so many highlights from that. I mean, your commitment to the real staying power over the 3.5 years, and the reality is, the first 18 months it was very, very difficult, and yet how you've had to adapt your business. And I think when we've set up our businesses, we've all made that mistake, about spending money and the lessons learned. And interesting direction that you've gone and realised that the corporate end of it is probably, you know, where the opportunities are. Okay, any questions from the floor?
Hello, my name is Barbara Ferguson and I run Guided Tours Ireland and Armagh Guided Tours. I'm very interested to know, as a sole trader myself, how you manage your time and cost your time. If you have any tips, it would be useful.
When I was mentioned at the beginning all the fluffy coffees and the meetings, I didn't have much business. So at that time I could fit in this, you know, an hour to go and meet the sales manager of the Fitzwilliam Hotel or whatever it would be, because I didn't actually have a lot of business to be working on. That was more at the beginning. Now I've cut back. It was good that I did all my networking then, because I will say, you know, it's saying no now. So for example, I wanted to go to hospitality exchange, but I thought, no, I can't have too much time out, because as you can see, I've got quite a few projects on at the moment. So I've had to say, not doing that. And that's been one of the, I think it was up on my challenges slide, that's been quite difficult. Social media, you can get sucked in. I love Twitter, I love Facebook, I'm too nosy, as you said, people person, I like to know what's going on. And I've had to cut back on that as well, and trying to, you know, maybe one post or two posts, but try and be, right, put something on and not look at what everybody else is doing.
Hi, my name is Shane Whelan, owner of Loud Adventures. It's a newly established business in Carniford Lough. I just wanted, obviously to compare businesses very much the same in year one for my business, but what advice would you give somebody who is starting out in year one of their business?
Well, I would say congratulations, because I looked at your website, I looked at your Facebook page, saw you tonight and saw that, and I couldn't tell that you've just been going for 12 months. It looks far more established than that. So.
Again, I mean, you had so much tonight, so many tips. I mean, I really took the likes of your endorsement when you're, you know, you've done your tours, but getting endorsed, that's really, really important. And I guess then where you are now into asking the questions that you have a successful event. So ask for follow-up. I mean, that's obviously working for you now.
Yeah, definitely. Or you learn so much every time you do something.
Yeah. And great tips at the end there. I mean, it is perseverance, and you're obviously a real people person.